over the last few months, we've been on a tour of the human heart. And we've discovered that the human heart, by nature, is full of darkness, right? And we've called it what Joseph Conrad called it, the heart of darkness, in his one novel. It's the heart of darkness. We've also discovered in Romans 1 through 3 that all that the law of God can do is reveal that. No one can say, okay, I'm going to keep the Ten Commandments so that I can go to heaven, or so that it somehow changes me and makes me acceptable before God. No one can do that. And we discovered in chapter 2 that religious moralism is no cure for atheism and sin. The answer to atheism and the sinfulness of the heart is not being religious. Going to church on Sunday, doing religious things is not the cure for our sin. What it turns out to be is just hypocrisy, where we say one thing, but the heart's not changed, and so nothing really changes on the inside. And in the end, it's just really playing a fool's game. All the law can do is make us guilty before God. Now, when we started this section of Romans, we started it with Romans 1:16 and 17. Romans 1:16 says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it's the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes, to the Jew first and also to the Greek. For in it," in the gospel, "the righteousness of God is revealed from faith for faith, as it is written, the righteous shall live by faith." So in verse 17 it says, in the gospel, the righteousness of God is revealed. Okay, so if it's been revealed, from verse 17, verse 18 in Romans chapter 1, all the way down to chapter 3, verse 20 that we looked at last week, Paul says it's been revealed, but he hasn't revealed it. He talks about the righteousness of God being revealed, and then he takes a detour, and he looks at the heart of darkness. He looks at the sin of man's heart. So you might say at this point, if you were paying attention back in Romans 1, okay, Paul, when are you going to get to this thing? When are you going to get to the righteousness of God being revealed? Because the only thing that's been revealed so far is my sin. When's it going to happen? Well, the good news is it happens today. Okay? The good news is when you get to verse 21 and right down through chapter 5, Paul takes as much time as he took exposing the heart of darkness to exposing the glory of Jesus Christ. In the next few chapters, chapter 3, 4, and 5, he's going to just end right into chapter 8, honestly. He's going to be talking about the glory of Christ.
Syracuse, New York.
And so